What up, guys?
What up, guys?
So right now she just finished her mixed speakers on her trip to Japan. And, okay, that's not a message. So it's my turn! Okay, on the same day that she went to Japan, I had an event-filled day, a point in my life that I can actually call myself as having a life and not just being at home, because Block B had their Miami showcase. Woo! Okay, yeah.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, I'm jealous of her too, so I really don't pity. But, but yeah, so, yeah. It was me and Casey. She was in some of our other videos. Casey, her friend, our friend Sam, our friend Ellen Sue, and then, like,
A couple of other girls.
3 other friends of Casey's. 3 or 2 other friends of Casey's, yeah.
Give me a drink or another water. I'll be right back.
Okay. But yeah, so then, it started off, okay, fashion meltdown. Okay, so before the concert, when we found out that we were even going to be going, we were joking around, like, as to how we're going to get the attention of our opars, right? So we were talking about, let's make giant billboards over their heads. Let's make a giant pickle and put Kyung's head on it, which someone actually did, so props to her, because Kyung saw it and smiled, I think she said. But yeah, so we were joking around and everything, and then Casey being all like, well, Zico likes Hello Kitty, why don't we get him something Hello Kitty? And I was like, better yet, let's make a Hello Kitty Zico. And
Sure enough,
that's what we did. And that took forever for me, because we gathered as the 3 of us, Casey, Jessica, and Sam, the 4 of us, Casey, Jessica, Sam, and I, and we went to our local mall or Build-A-Bear workshop, and we got a stuffed Hello Kitty, right? And we got it clothes, a basic white t-shirt, some cargo shorts, and
some jeans.
Denim, yeah.
Denim jeans.
Yeah, denim jeans, and Timberlands, closest thing that represents them, right? And we were like, let's totally just dress this doll up like Zico from his Tell Them days, yeah. So then we did that. We spent the whole night and the day sleeping over at Casey's house. And while Casey knocked out at like 1 o'clock in the morning because she's a weak link. We got her revenge, but yeah. The 3 of us, her, Sam, and I, we all just stayed up. We watched Sam's showcase DVDs from Block B and her other Block B DVDs. We just listened to like a whole bunch of Block B music and other hip-hop music while we were working on the Zico doll. So basically we spent that night, all night until like 6 o'clock, until 6 o'clock, just making these damn dreads out of yarn. That took forever. We didn't even finish, but yeah. We just took pictures and everything, and throughout that week before the concert, I was just working on the dreads. I would sew each dread individually into the Hello Kitty doll's head. So hopefully they appreciate the effort and the needle picks that these fingers received. My love, sweat, tears, no blood. No blood. But mentally, I was bleeding because I was stressful. Was in that doll. All Casey had to do, the fashion student who actually knows how to sew things in, all she did was iron on a printed out Dickies. She couldn't even find the Dickies logo. So she had to have Sam recreate the Dickies logo, which is even harder than just printing out the Dickies logo and ironing it on. So Casey, oh well, whatever. We got our revenge. We took a Polaroid of her sleeping. Hit them thighs though. We know Zico like that.
Did you guys tell her about that?
No. Shit. So yeah. Hold on, my dad's texting me. So finally the day of the concert comes, and I was just making sure I had all the things set up. We had our box ready, like the Build-A-Bear box. We kept that in there, made sure that Zico was completely done or whatever. The only thing we missed was a chain, but that was too late to buy. But yeah, so yeah, sorry about that. So around 2 o'clock, we all leave, pick up everyone, and we go to the location, the Fillmore Theater, in Miami at like 3 o'clock, 3:30ish, right? And by then, there's already like a pretty decent line. So we're like, hey, you know, this is gonna definitely pile up by the time the concert comes. The concert was at 6. So yeah, so we're like, we found our spot in line. It was super hot that day. Casey had a leather bomber jacket, 8-ball jacket from their Nalina video that Kyung wore. So
Kyung?
she was, yeah, Kyung.
It was Kyung? I thought it was Bebop.
Kyung.
Kyung?
I think it was Kyung.
I swear to God it was Bebop. One of them two.
Yeah. But yeah, she was wearing that jacket, so she was dying. But she took it off, so we had to hold it for her every time she went away. But yeah, and then we just talked to like a bunch of the other BBCs there who were really, really cool. Like that was so fun. Like that made the time just fly by. We met the chick that does the Zico cosplays. I forgot her name, but just search her up. You'll most likely find her things. I think she went to like one of
KCON. She went to KCON. She was in the video of KCON.
Yeah, KCON. Yeah, she's just she's popular. You guys might have seen her already, but yeah, I saw her and I met her friends because they were in line in front of us. They were cool. They were funny. One of their friends was talking to us about her dreams. They're super crazy and like crack-fic worthy, like golden crack-fic worthy. But yeah, they were beautiful. And then there was this other chick who lived in Minnesota, I think, but drove to Miami from Texas because she had this giant Block B flag thing. Now she had a bunch of the BBCs just sign all over the place. It was beautiful. Like it was just covered up in signatures and Sharpie, and you couldn't get high off of it if you smelled it. It was just so beautiful. And the Zico chick, she made a scrapbook for people to sign for each of their favorite members, so that was cool. And then we had included letters on index cards in our gift also and put it inside the box.
And Polaroids of ourselves.
And Polaroids of ourselves, yeah, what up? But yeah, so yeah, we put that there. And then I had the people around us, you know, I asked Casey and Sam if they were okay with this. And they were like, yeah, sure, go ahead. We had them sign for their favorite members too. So like people signed for B-Bomb, for Jaco, just because we signed for our personal bias. So I signed for like Kyung, she signed for Tae, Sam signed for Pio. Casey doesn't really have the bias there, so she didn't sign really. But yeah, so like we didn't know what else to write, so we just had everyone else contribute, and that was cool. It made it more intimate, I guess, like more fans. Yeah, more fans rather than just us selfish beings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. Sometimes we would take out Zico, people would be like, oh yeah, that's so cool, that's so cute, let me take a picture with you. Here, Casey, hold this, you look cute, take a picture with you too. So yeah, that was cool. A lot of people were really cool. People were selling out. This chick made this banner. It translates roughly to "You are our light" or something, right? And I'll explain what this was for later on. But yeah, so people were like selling their individual things. This girl made a bunch of like Block B pins, like bumblebee pins for each like member. So like she had like a bag full of Yukwon pins, a bag full of Kyung pins, a bag full of, like each member, and like she was only selling them for like $0.25 each, so I bought a Yukwon one, I bought a Kyung one, I put them on the hat, but yeah, so then that was really cool. That spent like a long time, that hot sun, but just everyone's, you know, welcome. Like BUCs we're a cool ass fandom, like everyone's so chill in this fandom, so kind, so nice. So that just made the time fly by. I forgot about the heat most of the time. It was a good experience. Definitely would even want to go even earlier just to talk to more people. People like Jared Kimmel was there. Godlike Vlogs was there or something like that. I forgot his YouTube, but yeah. So they were there. You could check out their vlogs there on YouTube, search it up or whatever. It was really cool. So going into the venue, I was so nervous. Like, the whole situation never hit me until that one moment when we're lined up, waiting to go be seated. And my heart was pounding. There was this cool chick behind us who's got front row seats, row A, like, right in the middle, so she could, like, be drowned in their sweat if she wanted to, I guess. But yeah. Like, I kept on telling her how lucky she was. She was so cute, too. So I'm like, you're definitely going to catch their attention, girl. You're lucky. Good for you. But, yeah, so, like, it was just really, really cool. I finally get seated. We're like block A onto the side. It's a small venue, so I can still see them. I can't see like their facial expressions or anything, but they had the screen for that. But yeah, like I could see them pretty clearly. So I'm sitting down, and we're just like, being all crazy. Sam had sat VIP section, so she wasn't with us. So it was Casey, me, and Ellen Sue. And we were just sitting, just taking a bunch of pictures or whatever of ourselves, freaking out. And I'm like, sitting there for 5 minutes. I'm like, wow, man, I really gotta go pee. Like, I really gotta go pee. And Casey's like, man, you sure you want to do this now? Like, is it really urgent? And I was like, I don't know, man. Maybe. I just gotta go. And she's like, well, if you're gonna go pee now. I'm like, you're right. So I go and I'm about to stand up. All of a sudden, oh wait, scratch that. Before the curtains go down, they're playing music, like Block B songs on the intercom, on the radio thing. And it was beautiful. Everyone was singing the Lily Mambo and Jackpot together. And I was just like, wow, everyone's so in sync and it sounds beautiful. And somewhere behind that curtain, Block B can hear us singing to their songs when they're not even out here yet. And it's so many people. This is beautiful. Block B must love this. I love this. This is amazing, right? Okay, I'm about to go pee. All of a sudden, lights dim down. Spotlights go on the stage. Curtains start rising. Very Good starts playing. And I'm like, crap, I really gotta pee now. But this is more important. So I'm there and I'm like, yeah, got my light stick and I'm like headbanging and I'm like, yeah, very good, yeah, right? And like, it was really fun. They played another song. I don't remember the song order, honestly, at all. I just remember Very Good was how it started. But yeah, so finally we all sit down. And I'm like, okay, I can hold my urine until intermission. There was no intermission, so I held it the entire time. But yeah, so we're there, and they're doing this like interview thing with each other, and Block B, they are so hilarious. They are so much more attractive in person. I swear to God, so charming, all of them. I remember Pio asked Zico why his lips are so sexy, right? And Zico was like, oh, to find the owner of these lips. And everyone was like, ooh, right? Like, I could be the owner of those lips if you want it. I want it, okay? But no. And then Zico, because they're asking, like, the person next to them, Zico asked him, if he would date an American girl. Kyung looks at the crowd and he goes, yeah. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! And like the crowd goes wild. Everyone's like, Casey's like, I could be that girl. We're all like, yeah. And I'm like, Kyung. And she's like, oh, my ear. But I'm like, I don't care. I'm sorry. But Kyung. But yeah, so we're just like freaking out. Everyone's going crazy. And then they start performing their songs again. Like, it was like 2-3 songs, and then they would do like another on stage thing. Then they got fans up, random seating, and we're row CC something, right? I was like CC 26. So Jaehyo, I think it was like row C, and like everyone in my row stops. We're like, we hold our breath. We're looking at the seat number to see if he's gonna call us. We're like looking around, and he goes like 120 something, which is like in the middle section. And like we're just like, cheering for those fans. We're like, good for you, girl. Good for you. Go have fun. Enjoy this moment for all of us. So it was nice. They started singing Romantically, and they were like serenading each individual fan on stage on like stools and everything. And Kyung, this greasy little cucumber bastard is a pickle. He is just a greasy pickle. He's standing behind his fan like, oh yeah, they're all singing, they're doing their individual parts. Then his part comes on. He's all like, oh, let me come upside you. Let me like sing into your ear, into your neck. And let me go around you. And let me give you this rose because I'm a greasy bastard while I'm holding you and touching you. And I freaked out. And I called him a greasy bastard. And the girls behind me heard me. And they were laughing because they know it's true. Because he's a greasy bastard. He threw his towel on fans and everything. But yeah, so that was intense. Everyone was super charming. Yukwon was charming. B-Bomb was charming. B-Bomb is so charming in person. I swear to God, like, he was never my bias, but damn. In person, he can do whatever. They all can. Let me just change the subject. More music goes on, right? Everyone's singing along. Mental Breaker comes on. And I have never heard such a loud and, like, this was my first concert, so this is the best experience I could ever ask for. Everyone was singing along to Mental Breaker, especially Teo's chorus part, and it was beautiful. Like, they had smiles on their faces. It was, like, super bright. Everyone, like, it was just such a happy moment. Like, I felt warm inside and cuddly and just, like, I just want to hug everyone around. Oh, I'm sorry. Excited. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
See, one more song in my
I just wanted to, like, hug everyone. It was just so nice. It was so warm, and the audience was just so lively. It was a good experience for all of us, I could tell. But yeah, so the next thing comes on, and they're doing a random draw again. Zico's referee for this game. They're doing charades, the relay charades. And this one chick, oh my God bless her soul. She is, like, I admire her, everything about her. Like, I want to be her. Like, I am jealous of her. I was jealous of her. I will forever be jealous of her. And I will forever hate her. But not because I love her. Because she had balls of steel. Like, she was amazing. Okay, so it was Kyung, Yukwon, Pio on one team. B-Bomb, Jaekyo, Ateo on another team, right? Yukwon's team, they had their game, or their charade was Transformers. Pio, okay, Pio, you cute, but
You
cute,
but
he started off
no,
but nah. And the fan next to him was so confused, but she did what Pio did. So we're like, okay. And then Yukwon, God bless his soul. I don't know how he got Transformer from that, but he did, and he did this beautifully. Like, he just sound effects and everything and popping into place, and it was perfect. And then the fan next to him, I don't know how she would have ever thought she would have been able to replicate that, but she didn't even try. Because I wouldn't have tried either. Honestly, honest to God, I would have been so nervous to even try something as close to what he did. She goes, taps Kyung's shoulder, and she's like, and then Kyung was like, what? And then Yukwon's like, what? Like, where did she get that from? Thing that I just did, right? But he's helping her. He's, like, doing sound effects. And Kyung was like, okay. So he taps the last girl, and he's like, like what the fan did. And then Yukwon and Pio are still trying to help. Pio does the whole I am Optimus Prime thing. And Zico goes, and he tries to, like, kick him in the air, and he, like, chases him with a sketch pad. That was hilarious. Like, that was the best part of that side play. Which, by the way, their name was turned up, their team name. I exceeded 15 minutes. I lost. But, okay. But, yeah, so, next is B-Bomb's team. And, okay, their thing was Hulk. And Jaeko did it decently. The girl did it decently. B-Bomb, he did his. He, like, tore off his jacket because they were all wearing their velvet suits. And he threw it on the ground, and he was like, right? And the fan that I admire so much, she asks B-Bomb for his jacket, and he was like, okay. So she's about to put it on. He puts it on for her. I don't know how she wasn't dying inside, because she's wearing the sweaty velvet jacket that B-Bomb was just wearing. But she plays it cool. She's all like, what up? I got swag, whatever, what up? Y'all love me. Y'all jealous of me. I know, but that's cool, because I'm going to totally win this game for us. So she goes, she taps Teo, and she does it perfectly. She's like, rah, throws it on the ground. Rah, Hulk, yeah, I'm the Hulk, whatever. Later on, they win. But just the fact that she was able to do that, like, I admire her so much. She played along with them so well, like, beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, no. Hello, Papa? Oh, are you going to pick me up now? Okay. Probably 10 minutes. I'm sorry. 10:30. Yeah.
I'm including this.
Oh, I lost signal. until he calls back. But yeah, so she was just really cool. They won. Their team name was Old Boy, whatever. So they're singing again, and everyone's loving it. It's my mom. Oh no. Everyone's loving it. Everyone's cheering, right? They finally finish, and then they do their encore stage, and I was like, woo!
I'll go tell them to shut up.
They do the very good rough version and Have a Nice Day. Oh, that was beautiful. And yeah. So then Jaehyo, this was like rumored from like the other showcases. They were saying, oh, they're gonna film 5 minutes before Chaos at the Miami showcase. So I'm like freaking out. I'm like waiting. They're ending. And then Jaehyo comes out again, and they're like, oh, translator's like, oh, just copy what he does, right? This is for their show 5 minutes before Chaos, which is going to film next week, or be aired next week, so you're all going to be in it. Woo! Everyone's going crazy. And he's like, ho, 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 ho. And we're like, what? Okay, let's just copy. And then he's like, hip hop. And we're like, hip hip ho. And he's like, Kobu-chan. And we're like, Hopu what? And then we're just like, okay, this is really bad. But we ended up getting the hang of it, except not really, because we still did it wrong. But we're like, Keba, Obacha, Keba, Obacha. And then, like, the cameraman's recording us for, like, 5 minutes, and it was insane, right? And it was fun. It was just really fun. Pio was like, Keba, Obacha. And Jaehyo was like, alright. Seiko was like, okay. But yeah, so I'm done. Okay. Next is the high touch event. After the concert ends, I see, they're calling up the VVIP for the fan sign. So I'm like, okay, this is going to take a while, right? I totally have time to finally pee. Because I could barely even scream without having the urge to pee myself during the concert. Let me go take this opportunity and go now. Casey goes with me to the bathroom. There's a line. She goes ahead of me just to wash her hands. And next thing I know, I see everyone running out the auditorium on the second floor where we had to leave for the bathroom, right? And everyone's running, and I see one of my friends, from school, she was all the way in the front, and she was going down the escalator, and I was like, Melanie, what's going on? She was like, high touch! And everyone in the bathroom just, runs out. Casey was, freaking out. We're trying to go back inside the auditorium to get our bags, but there's no way in with that huge swarm of people just coming out. So we had to we were ushered with the Stampede to go downstairs to line up for the high touch, and our bag is with Ellen Sue and Ada, which is Casey's friend, and then 2 other of their friends. So we don't have our stuff on us. We only have our phone, and I don't have my lotion, my Daisy lotion, which I was brought solely for the high touch event so that I would smell good and that my hands would be soft. Didn't have that. Instead, I had the massive urge to pee, and I knew that if I go in this condition and I see them, I'm going to piss myself in my pants because I'm waiting there for another 30 minutes, added on to the hour we were sitting there for the showcase itself, and I just really, really had to pee. I'm going to trickle, and there's going to be, pee everywhere, and they're like, my friends were like, Elisa, remember you. And I'm like, what kind of remembrance is that? I don't want to be remembered as that fan that peed.
Just keep going.
But yeah, so eventually, the line starts moving. Every time the line moves a little, we hear screaming up front. Little did I know that we were actually pretty close up front to the high touch. So we're in line, in one of the side lobbies, and people are screaming like crazy, but I can't see anything because I'm short. But people are screaming, and we're freaking out. My friends and I are Casey and I are whoa, what's going on? Next thing we know, the line starts singling out, and people are in the distance are screaming and crying, and we're oh my god, this is happening, this is going on, Block B is here somewhere, right? Little Casey, she sees Block B ahead of me, she's the first one to see it amongst me and my friend, or us, Casey and I, and then some other friend we met from middle school, and she's oh my god, Block B. And me, every time someone pointing something out, I look the total opposite direction for some reason. So Block B's on this side. I'm like, where? Where's Block B? Where? And then she physically turns my head, and there they are standing in line, and they're button downs, and I'm like, oh my god, Block B. We're kneeling on the floor, crying in each other's arms. We're oh my god, Block B. And they're single line. The staff's single line. So I'm I get pushed in front of Casey. And the first person, Seiko, I was just oh my god, Seiko, you are so much more attractive in person. I never thought you were that attractive. I was so wrong. cameras do not do you justice, Zico. You are so fine. You are so fine. Right? Like, oh my god, right? So there's Zico. And don't remember the order. It was just like it's just a blur to me.
It was all a blur.
It's all a blur. I just remember Zico, and then I think it was B-Bomb, P.O., Jaehyo, Yukwon, Jaehyo, Kyung, and then Taeyong. That's how I think the order was, right? So I'm like, first person, oh my god, Zico. I think I said that out loud. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure. I touch his hand, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, say something, Sarah. So I'm like, 사랑해요, like to the next like 3 people, and like my eyes are grazing everyone before like my hand even touches them. So all of a sudden, like I feel soft hands on mine. But then I see Yukwon smile, and I go blank. Like his smile gives me life, but apparently it also gives me memory loss. So my mind goes blank. Next thing I know, Kyung is right there. Kyung's my bias, right? Oh my, they were telling me before, they were like, Sarah, when you see Kyung, be greasy, okay? So wink at him, be like, right? Just like wink at him and like, you know, flirt a little. And I'm like, I'm probably gonna derp. And that's exactly what I did. I go up to Kyung and I was like, Kyung! And I looked away. Before I can even take in the whole effect of this face right here and his glorious cheekbones, according to Casey, I couldn't see that. Because I looked away. Because my body was like, wow, this is such a bright object like the sun. Let's turn you away and bend your knees because your knees go weak. And you miss everything. All you know is your hand touched his, you know? But it could all just be fake. You wouldn't never know because you didn't see. Right? So I'm like, oh, God, Kyung. And then next thing you know, Tail. And I'm like, hi, Tail. Except I'm like, you know, like half like ready to break down and cry. So I kind of like, I probably looked ugly and terrible. And I still had to be at that moment. But my mind was somewhere else. But yeah, so I finally get out and Casey comes behind me. And we're like screaming. We're like, oh my God, Mommy. And like the lady was like, we're like trying to go down the steps or the ramp. And we, like, kind of tripped each other because we're, like, screaming and freaking out. The lady was like, hey, no running. We're like, we're not running. We're falling in love even more than we were before because they're beautiful in person. And their hands are, like, God sent. They were soft like a baby's bottom. And like a baby's bottom. And I wish my hands were as soft as theirs. But it's not because I didn't have my DG lotion because I was ushered away in the rush of, like, the fans. And their hands, like, they were cold in the summer heat of Florida, Miami. And it was beautiful because, everyone's fan account was, their hands are so soft. Because it's true. It is so true. Like, I've never felt something so soft before. And their faces were flawless. Like, I never used to think Block B was that attractive of a group. I just liked them because their music was good and they were hilarious. Add them up there for the attractiveness because damn, they were beautiful. They were mad fine. Even though I didn't get a good look at Kyung. From what Casey tells me, he was mad fine with a glorious smile. But yeah, so I didn't talk about this. Okay, that's pretty much what happened with the fan event of the High Touch, right? Afterwards, everyone's coming out. We're all like, doors closed, the exit glass doors, and we see them like playing around in the doors, and we're just like, we're chanting, we're like, Opa, 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 사랑해요, Opa, and we're like, Block B, Block B, Block B, Block B, Block B. We're just like screaming everything, right? We're singing Happy Birthday for some reason. We're like saying Chuka, Hamida, saying Chuka, and I'm like, why are we singing Happy Birthday? But okay, I'll go along with it. And we're still doing this, and then the Zico cosplayer comes out because she, like, was the last person to get a picture with them because she won, like, the event. And she comes out, and everyone's screaming, and we're like, yeah! She's like, yeah! We're like, welcome back to life! You died and went to heaven, welcome back! And she's, like, leading us on, and more chants, and we're like, yeah, we're chanting, and it was just beautiful. That happened for, like, the next 20 minutes after the showcase ended, and they're just playing around with, like, the thing. We started chanting Kepan Opajan again, which is 5 minutes before Chaos. We got recorded again. I was hoping they would show it on the show also, but they didn't.
They might show it later on.
But yeah, Finished. There's no more episodes.
But what about our Zico doll?
I know, I was really... But yeah. So, I didn't talk about what this was. Some really amazing BBC, I think her name is Mimi, made these. I think she made like 700 of these. And she handed them out to the fans before the showcase started. And during Be the Light, since we were inspired by, like, you know, like the showcases where the fans were holding up signs for everything. So during Be the Light, when we were holding this up like this at first, right? And then when the first chorus came on, we all turned it. And even though not everyone had one because there was just so many people and only 700 of these, like, I hope they were able to get the message. Like, people up front were saying that they looked happy. Like, they said Zico looked like he was about to cry. And if that's true, Zico, you are precious. Like, you are gorgeous and precious. I love you. And Kyung had to, like, look back to smile. And, yeah. Taeyo smiled, apparently, when he read it. So it was just, like, it was really nice. Like, it was, I felt like, I'm gonna cry. Like, my makeup's gonna run. It's not gonna be pretty, but I had to hold it in. But, yeah, so, all in all, the event was amazing. I actually exceeded her time of describing this. I blame my dad's phone call. But yeah, it was amazing. I hope they come back again. B-Bomb said the girls were hot. We all know it's the thighs. Them thighs. We all know it's the thighs.
It's the thighs.
The legs. They went to the beaches. They saw the bikinis.
Oh, that ass.
B-Bomb said
he
B-Bomb said he had to wear glasses because everyone was so hot. He would have been blinded. Casey screams out, "I could be your hot girl for you."
Did she really?
She really did.
I would have been like, I can do anything for you.
We screamed it together because we were just both in these fields together. But yeah, so that was my Block B Miami Showcase fan accounts. They say they want to come back to Miami. I hope they do, because I will get VVIP. I will go to that fan signing. I will look at Kyung in the face, in the eyes, for more than a split second.
Sure you will.
Hopefully I will, and not just fall on the ground and turn away and cry again.
You'll burst into tears.
I'll burst into tears.
Just like Sam did.
Just like Sam did. Because she cried as soon as she touched P.O.'s hand. And she got recorded. Might be on the showcase video. What? Sam, if you're on the showcase video, they will all know your face. Hopefully they'll recognize it from our Polaroids, too, that we sent in with our Zico gift.
Yes!
Still waiting for the moment that we get recognition for that gift. So I really want that gift to be
just keep
recognized.
Just keep checking Twitter.
Twitter, man. I got you. Zico, I got you on Twitter. Just post a picture of it. Say thank you. You know? My fingers hurt.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye. I love you. Silent Hill.